Virtual summits are the most powerful online marketing tool available to grow your list, launch your platform, make more money, and create an impact in the world, even if you're just getting started. If you are ready to take your summit to the next level, then tune into the Virtual Summit Podcast with Dr. Mark T. Wade.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark T. Wade, founder of Virtual Summit Software and creator of the One Day Summit Formula. And I'm on a mission to help you, the summit host, get your summit out to the world in a powerful and impactful way. So let's get started. Hello and welcome to the Virtual Summit Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Mark T. Wade. If you're ready to grow your list and launch your program, make more money, and make an impact in the world, then this podcast for you. I'm excited to be your host here on the Virtual Summit Podcast and take you along your virtual summit journey. So this here, episode 1, is going to be an introductory episode. It's going to let you know the overall podcast, what we're going to be format and how we're going to be doing this and running this and what you're going to get out of it and what to expect. I just want to start off by saying I am extremely excited to have you here listening to this podcast, and I have a lot of high expectations on what you're going to be able to do in your business because of the training you're going to get to run your virtual summit. So I want to start off with, who is Dr. Mark T. Wade? So I'm the founder of Virtual Summit Software and the creator of the One Day Summit Formula. I run Virtual Summits software. I also have a brand called Hustle and Scale. But who am I? First off, you've obviously noted there's a doctor in front of my name. So I'm from the healthcare industry by trade. I have a couple doctors. I'm a postural neurologist, and I ran one of the most successful posture correction clinics in the country. And there is when my first online journey actually started. Like most of us in the entrepreneurial space, I wanted to help more people, and I wanted to be able to impact the world. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that by just continuing to help people solely in my clinic. So that's when I started looking at other options, and my kind of online business or online entrepreneurship journey started. I ended up founding the American Posture Institute with my partner, Dr. Krista Burns, which became a multi-million-dollar business and is still running today. It's one of the top companies in its industry, helping healthcare professionals in that realm. But one of the things I did to grow the American Posture Institute, or one of the main reasons it became the success it did, was because of virtual summits. So you can see summits go all the way back to the beginning for me. They're near and dear to my heart. I've been running them for over 5 years, and I've done over 25 summits, both multi-day traditional virtual summits and one-day summits. Now, if you're confused what a summit is, don't worry. We're going to have a lot more information on that in upcoming episodes. For this episode, I just want to kind of get you comfortable understanding who I am, what we're going to be doing, what you're going to get from this podcast, and how it's going to impact and help you increase your success in your business. So again, I ran virtual summits to build my online business, built it into a multi-million-dollar company that's still out there making massive impact in the world. But for years, I was hand building those summits. And granted, I got a lot of great education through med school, but I did not get any business or online business education. So I was trying to build virtual summits hand by hand. Took me hundreds of hours, a lot of money, and it still looked like a third grader built them. So eventually I just kept wishing. I kept thinking, like, how come there's not a piece of software or something you can do to quickly create a professional and successful summit? Just like there are, for example, for webinars or landing pages or things like that. And I thought about that for over a year. Like, I started having dreams about what that would look like. I could see how this kind of technology would work and run. And then eventually I said, you know what, I'm going to go out and I'm going to create it. And that's when I actually hired and paid for the Virtual Summit software to be created. And it took a while. It was an adventure, a journey, becoming a SaaS founder, a software as a service founder. But eventually the software was created. And we were able to continue to run our summits through the American Posture Institute very successfully and now very quickly and very inexpensively. And then I started having friends and colleagues reach out to use the software. And now I spend a majority of my time running the Virtual Summit software and helping summit hosts like yourself scale and launch their summits successfully. Now let's have a quick word from our sponsor.
Virtual Summits software makes hosting a summit easier than ever. The only software in the world designed specifically for hosting a summit lets you set up a summit in a matter of hours with no tech skill or team needed. You can try out the Virtual Summits software free at virtualsummits.com. But hurry, this is a limited offer.
Through that is where my brand Hustle and Scale came, where I actually help entrepreneurs scale their businesses through strategies like the One Day Summit formula. Now, I want to let you know about the purpose of this podcast and if you're in the right place or not. So the purpose of this podcast is to help enlighten those in hosting a summit on how to successfully create a virtual summit from those who've already done that. Now, the overview of this is I'm going to be interviewing summit hosts, speakers, sponsors, consultants, coaches, attendees on their feedback, on their experiences, feedback, and failures and successes with weekly teaching sessions from me, Dr. Mark T. Wade. So let's talk a little bit about what to expect, how this is going to roll out, what's the timing, things like that. So every week, you're going to get a strategy session from me. We're going to dig into a specific topic, and I'm going to try and keep those around 20 minutes so they're really consumable, really practical, and really implementable. So you're going to get something teachable from me every week. And then I'm also going to do interviews with these summit creators, hosts, and participants. So you're going to be able to learn from their mistakes and grow from their successes. Now, trust me, I've been talking with summit hosts for years, and there's not been a single time that I didn't walk away with some kind of gem that I could implement into a future summit. So please know that this is going to be an extremely valuable resource, both the teaching and the interviews, because we're going to go deep, and I'm going to make sure that they give you everything they got on the interview. My goal is to ensure your success. So I'm going to go deep with these hosts, with these consultants, with these coaches, with these speakers, and we're going to dig deep into their insights, into their experiences, and you're going to walk away with a gem from every episode. Additionally, there's going to be show notes because we're going to be having information when I teach you. There's going to be information from the interviews. There's going to be links and tools and ongoing resources and how to connect with some of these experts. You'll be able to get all of that information at the show notes, which is going to be located at podcast.virtualsummits.com. So you just head over to podcast.virtualsummits.com. It's going to have information for you there. You're going to be able to see the show notes from both my sessions as well as the interviews. And then for those of you looking for resources, looking for help, you're going to be able to get resources both from me and resources that I approve for you from other experts and consultants out there in the summit world. Now, you're going to be able to get that over at podcast.virtualsummits.com/resources. So all that's going to be available over there. Now, why am I doing this? Like, you may ask, like, Mark, why are you spending time doing a podcast? Obviously, I'm juggling a lot of things at this moment, but it kind of came to me as I was helping these entrepreneurs, as I was helping people. I have resources that are available for purchase. I have courses. I have my own summits. I have ongoing lead magnets and guides and cheat sheets and resources. There's the software. I have coaching available. But I want to help more entrepreneurs. And I know there's a lot of you out there that need help and want help, but maybe you're not ready to purchase one of the courses, or maybe you're not ready to do some one-on-one coaching or group coaching. So I want to be able to help you entrepreneurs. I want to be able to help you summit hosts improve not just your summit, but the quality of virtual summits across the board. If we all raise as a group, we're going to increase the success and quality of virtual summits, and it's going to help all of our summits long term. But even more important, the reason I'm really doing this, the reason I really want to help entrepreneurs and summit hosts, the reason I'm doing this podcast is because there are people who are suffering. Every day someone is suffering. And I personally believe and know, because I've seen it, that virtual summits are one of the best ways to help these people who are suffering get access to the solution from experts that they would have not otherwise had access or even known about through these virtual summits. I think this would be a great opportunity to give a shout out to our sponsor, Virtual Summit Software.
Be sure to check out the speaker management tool inside your Virtual Summit software, which lets you quickly and easily recruit and manage your speakers on your virtual summit, literally eliminating hundreds of hours of work. Get more information at virtualsummit.com.
This is such a profound thing when you stop and think about it, that what you're doing, what you're creating with your summit is not just about growing your list, making more money, and becoming an authority. Yes, of course, virtual summits are probably the most powerful way to do that. But even more importantly, every time you create a summit or you speak on a summit, there is someone out there that is getting information that is going to change their lives. I got some examples of that. Chandler Bolt from the Self-Publishing School, he found 2 of his best employees who have created massive impact in his business because they attended his virtual summit. Ryan Wolfert, Dr. Ryan Wolfert, was able to change the life of a parent who was suffering from brain health because they attended and heard the information from his virtual summit. Nagina Abdullah was able to help a woman lose weight, not just lose weight, but then become happy again, hadn't been happy in a long time because she heard her speak on a virtual summit. And I've seen entrepreneurs over and over again finally become noticed and get their message out to the world. So that's why I'm doing that. That's why this is so important. And that's why we are going to be creating a mission and a revolution around summits. And you, the summit host, you have a massive responsibility to ensure that your summit is of the highest caliber possible, but even more importantly, that you get your summit out to the world. People need to hear from you. They need the message you have. They need the impact you're going to create, and they need the change you're going to cause in the world. And also, I'm still doing this because I still run summits, and I am a student of the game, so I want to keep learning. As I learn, I'm going to help and ensure that you learn too. So what's my goal for you? My goal for you is each week, you, the summit host, the summit speaker, the summit consultant, are going to learn something new that will greatly improve your summit. Whether you're creating your first summit or your 10th summit, we can always improve. And this information is going to be available for you free so that you can continue to improve your summits. So my request, I'm going to be giving away all of my best insights. I'm going to be finding some of the top summit hosts, creators, consultants, and speakers, and they're going to make them give away their top insights and gems, all for free here on the Virtual Summit Podcast. But what I need from you is I need your help. So I need you to first subscribe to this podcast and then leave me a 5-star review in iTunes. That's really going to help me be able to reach more summit hosts. And then again, the overall mission is increase the quality of summits across the board. And then my second request is, please share this podcast with anyone you know who's done this or wants to do a summit. That's my ultimate goal, is to be able to help more people. So please subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and then share this podcast. That's all I ask. Now let's have a quick word from our sponsor.
With the Ever Summit feature inside the Virtual Summit software, you can rerun your summit as if it were live, ongoing forever with one click of a button. This now lets you continue to use your summit forever, bringing in qualified and engaged leads every month into your business. Get more information at virtualsummit.com.
Now, some of you are going to be asking, how can I get in touch? I'm always looking for feedback. So please don't ever hesitate to give me constructive criticism. If you have questions, send them to me. I'm going to start doing a special Q&A monthly episode as the questions start to roll in. Now, if you want to be a guest on this podcast, excellent. Reach out and let me know, and let's see if you're a great fit for the podcast and for my summit hosts that are listening. Now, if you know someone I should interview, please put me in touch with them. I'm always looking for recommendations and referrals. And you can do all of this by sending me an email at podcast@virtualsummits.com. So feel free to get in touch with me, send me some feedback, send me your questions, let me know if you want to be a guest, and let me know anybody you think I should be interviewing over at podcast@virtualsummits.com. Now, additionally, I've got resources for you. So you can go to podcast.virtualsummit.com/resources. You're going to be able to find all my goodies, all my free stuff, all my information for you, whether you're wanting to run a one-day summit. You've got my one-day summit guide, my checklist, my cheat sheet. I have my virtual summit framework for those who are trying to run a multi-day summit. I've even got our plug-and-play strategy guide, which is going to show you how you can implement this into all areas of your business. And then, of course, we have free trials to the Virtual Summit software, which allows you to host a virtual summit easier than ever before. I've seen people be able to go from start to finish with a virtual summit in a couple hours because the Virtual Summit software has made that possible and is available for them. And if you want to try it for free, you can get that over at virtualsummits.com as well. So all of that's going to be on my resources area. We're going to have more information coming up in future episodes on specifics like what is a virtual summit? What is a one-day summit? We're going to go in depth on how to recruit speakers, how to create your strategy, how to narrow down your theme and your topic. We're going to cover all this information on upcoming episodes, and I am extremely excited about it. So make sure you don't miss any of these episodes coming up. Make sure you subscribe, leave a 5-star review, share this podcast with your friends and colleagues, and get ready for these future episodes. I've got an amazing lineup of interviews already coming, and I've got some amazing strategies that I'm looking forward to teaching you. So I want to end this episode by saying, I believe in you, the summit host. You can do this. Summits are by far one of the most powerful ways to quickly grow your list, launch your platform, and make more money, even if you're just getting started. And more importantly, make an impact in the world and help those who are suffering. Don't get caught up in analysis paralysis because the world needs to hear your message, and there are people who are waiting for you to help them. So just get started. Imperfect action is always better than doing nothing. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for listening. Now don't forget to subscribe and leave a 5-star review on the Virtual Summit podcast. Head over to the show notes to check out all the links and resources from this episode, and be sure to grab your free trial of the Virtual Summit software.
Now, I want to end this episode by saying to all the summit hosts listening right now, I believe in you, and you can do this. Summits are by far one of the most powerful ways to quickly grow your list, launch your platform, make more money, and most importantly, make an impact in the world, even if you're just getting started. So don't get caught up in analysis paralysis because the world needs to hear your message, and there are people who are waiting for you to help them. So just get started because imperfect action is always better than no action. Thank you, and see you on the next episode.